This setup is a complete set 200 TPD rock gold CIL processing plant we design according to our customer gold ore conditions and requirements. Suitable for processing oxide rock gold. It has a high gold recovery ratio of 90 to 95%. The full plant includes a raw ore feeding system, crushing and screening system, two-stage ball mill grinding system, leaching pre-treatment, pre-leaching, leaching and activated carbon adsorption processing, gold-loaded carbon desorption and electrolytic equipment, tailing treatment, smelting furnace for gold bar. 1. Raw ore. Feeding and crushing and screening system. The raw gold stone feeds into a big hopper via an excavator. There is a chute feeder under the hopper that can feed the material into the jaw crusher evenly. The hopper can be made at the mine site by clients themselves according to the real situation. The primary jaw crusher crushes rock medium size below 80 millimeters. The output from the jaw crusher is transported to the next fine jaw crusher by belt conveyor. The fine jaw crusher crushes the rock to below 20 to 25 millimeters. The output from the fine jaw crusher is transported to a vibrating screen by a belt conveyor. The larger than 20 millimeter material is back to the fine jaw crusher for crushing again. The smaller than 20 millimeter output goes to the next storage hopper via belt conveyor. There is one electromagnetic vibration feeder under the hopper as well. It's also for buffering and feeding the material evenly. Transport the fine gravel to the ball mill by a conveyor. 2 stages. Ball mill grinding system. The ball mill is for grinding the 0 to 20 millimeter material into fine powder to release gold completely from the rock, to get the highest leaching ratio and get highest gold recovery ratio. The final output size from the grinding system needs 90% 0 to 200 mesh. If the customer could provide raw ore sample analysis of gold embedded particle size, we can design accordingly. Usually, we suggest using a stage ball mill. The output from first stage ball mill will be pumped to hydrocyclone for primary classifying. The underflow sand from hydrocyclone will go back to first ball mill for grinding again. Overflow slurry is small fine size will go to a slurry tank, then use slurry pump send to second hydrocyclone. Underflow from second cyclone will go to second stage ball mill grind again, and overflow from second cyclone is the final output material going to the leaching plant. 3. Pre-treatment. Before leaching, thickening. The overflow slurry from second stage hydrocyclone will go to a trash screen for screening some trash and waste first. The underscreen will go to the inside thickener directly. At the same time, the flocculant is required to add the thickener for helping to settle down the slurry. The overflow water from the thickener goes to the water pond, then the water can be recycled after precipitation. The underflow from the thickener will flow into a mixing tank. Then use a slurry pump or pump the material into 2 primary leaching tanks. Related chemicals need to be added accordingly here. The leaching in these 2 tanks will not finished, just for roughly leaching. 4. Leaching and activated carbon adsorption processing. 6 pieces. Double impeller, leaching and adsorption, agitation tank with activated carbon and roots blower. Work for adsorption agitation tank. The tank quantity and size depend on the processing capacity and total leaching hours of rock gold ore. It can be adjusted according to customer raw ore conditions. 5. Gold-loaded carbon desorption and electrolysis. Stage. The gold-loaded carbon will be transported to a linear vibration screen to remove trash. The gold-loaded carbon will go to normal temperature and normal pressure. Desorption electrolysis system, and will get gold mud after electrolysis equipment. Then dry gold mud in the drying oven. Finally, use a gold smelting furnace to melt the gold bar. 6. Tailing treatment. The tailings from this leaching plant are without treatment, just sent far away to the tailing dam by a slurry pump. If you want to recycle the tailing water and send dry tailings more conveniently, then use a high-pressure slurry pump to feed the tailings into the plate filter press machine for filtering tailings. Then we'll get recycled water, and tailing will be dried and transported away. The rock gold CIL plant can be customized design according to your raw ore conditions and requirements for the plant. Welcome you to contact us to inquire and get the most effective solution for your gold ore.